So, I had a conversation with a couple Christian friends of mine about the whole thought process about churches and accepting gays to their church, and if there's a time limit, because like, what if a gay or a lesbian comes to your church and doesn't believe what he's doing is wrong, doesn't believe she's doing anything wrong, doesn't believe they're doing sin, um, and wants to be at your church and bring their uh, husband or wife, not the gay couple, the lesbian couple, and they want to come there and worship with you guys, but they don't want to ask for God's forgiveness and stop being married, stop doing it, and um, I just kind of like have this like weird thought about how like churches are not, they show the compassion and love of God, but they don't show the righteous justice of God. And I think maybe God doesn't have a timeline. Whenever you're ready to accept Him, um, He's there for you. But I don't think churches should have that limit. I think they should have a time limit. If you show no signs after 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 25, 30 years that you are not going to change your ways, that you don't believe you're doing sin, I think it's in the church's duty to kick you out. Um, Sorry, my newborn needs a bath, um, and my woman is doing it, and she needed help. But I just don't know why God churches are not showing both sides of. But I don't know why my girl leaving again. I don't know why um, religions are not showing both sides of God, the righteous and the loving and compassionate side. Like I said, I think there has to be a cutoff for churches. I don't think you should be adult. I mean, after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years of no, you don't want to ask forgiveness. You bring your man, you bring your husband to the church, which in the religion it states that's a sin. Um, I think that the church. I mean, every other church does it. I mean, if you leave the Amish, then you're exiled. If you leave the Mormons, your family is to disown you. I don't know about any other religions, but um, they took religion serious. Their belief, they held it true. They have their own other issues and problems, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's insulting for a gay pastor or a lesbian pastor to speak in a church. I think that is making a mockery and a joke out of religion. And this is another thing. I am not religious. All right. I particularly have problems with all religion. I think all religions are godless. I don't think God's with any of you. I don't think God's here anymore. Now, my personal belief, I don't. I mean, I do believe that something, or someone, or some things, or a lot of things, or made all this. And maybe I'm kind of hoping because I know if this was all just an accident, that's gonna suck because when I die, I don't get to see my mom, I don't get to see my nana, I don't get to see my daughter that passed away. My brother midget, I mean, geez, my other brother, my street brothers, Doug, his dad. I mean, there's a lot of people I don't get to see if we die and nothing comes to be. Um, so that's gonna suck. Um, so, but I just think I don't. I mean, I also have my own little personal belief about religion and how we started and all that, and which doesn't fit in line with any other religion per se, in my opinion. I mean, maybe similarities here and there, but That's just my personal thought on that topic. Um, yeah, I just think, I mean, just because they, turn their back against you, doesn't mean they don't have love for you. When you're, because like it's in the book. Homosexual is wrong. Being a homosexual, that's how you say it, the fancy word, for being gay and lesbian and bisexual, trans, non-binary, all that you fit in there too. Now and that's the fucked up part. In sin, even maps belong with the LGBT, but in reality, you want to say you don't. I think it's So I do think maps belongs with the LGBT squad. I think it's all wrong. And I thought I was bisexual. No. No. As I'm kind of thinking about it now, I got some gay friends. I love them and wish them well. I got a trans sister. I think she's my brother. I got a gay brother. I love the pieces, but we haven't talked in 15 years. But I don't wish them harm. I don't wish them. I'm not religious either. So you want to find God? Cool, find God. I don't think he's here. I'm not saying he wasn't at one time, or he might still be here. Another thing like God. Just a big, powerful being that was able to just rip apart fucking galaxies and universes and shape planets and make stardust and suns and supernovas and black holes and creation and life. You really think he's up there going, I don't wonder what Bob's doing. I wonder what Sally's doing. Okay. What Tyler? I figured I was going that way. And then he kicks out Lucifer, and I think Lucifer went to fucking Earth first, to mingle, and then then he tried to do rebellion against God. Kind of have the whole Thor aspects just more twisted. But I also don't. I don't understand exactly why God, per se, kicked him out. And if you look at all the Norse mythology and all the others, if the god gets kicked out and does shit like that, he's imprisoned, like Loki in the tree and the snake that dripped poisonous acid on him, that he had to deal with, and until Ragnarok was gonna come upon. But it's like oh, we're just gonna shove you down in hell, and yeah, you can. You're always on the thought process that Lucifer's chained down there. But if was he able to go in the garden? He was still allowed. How would God allow a snake to be possessed by Lucifer? Both his creation. Come and tempt and persuade Eve. So eat a fruit of a tree that came to hold knowledge, good and bad knowledge, came to hold the knowledge of disease, death, war, destruction, greed, lust, a matter of speaking, pride, ego. But it also gave us knowledge of technology, science, alchemy, a matter of speaking, the higher functioning mind that we have that's able to. I don't know how we were back in the very beginning when we were in the Garden of Eden. That apparently only took place about 6,000 to 10,000 years. But then you got evolution that thinks we've been around for at least 300,000, maybe more years. I think we've been around a little longer than that. I think the planet's actually about 5.9 billion years old, and I think we've been around for about 4.2 billion years. But I think after some good time, I think something came to happen, and everything we knew came to just be washed away, and only fragments came to be left behind, like the pyramids and shit of a once world. Like those pyramids, I don't think that's only like 10% of 10% of what that whole area looked like. In my opinion, like, millennia ago. But yeah. Um, I also watched this one article that was quite interesting about Moses and different signs about how Moses pretty much, the signs of, like, the bleeding Nile and the frogs were all symbolizing God's power against the Egyptian gods and how he just slayed the Egyptian gods and killed them. But I've rambled enough, and I'm going to leave it at that, and you guys have a good one.